you ready for some Valentine fun? Today, we're going to make a Valentine that looks like this. Now, do you notice how the fingers come down like this? In sign language, when someone says, I love you, they do this with their hand. They hold it up and then they put their 2 fingers down. This means I love you in sign language. Isn't that cool? So we're going to make a sign language I love you Valentine. All right, let me show you how we do it. First of all, we start with a piece of paper, and you can do any color you want. I wanted to do pink because that's kind of like Valentine's, but you can do any color. And you need to trace your hand. Now, it might be easier to have an adult or someone else help you to do this because sometimes it's hard to trace it and put your hand down. But if you do it yourself, put the hand down that is not holding your pencil, all right? And you're gonna trace around your hand or have somebody do it. Okay, now at the bottom, we don't need to trace our arm, so we're just gonna make it kind of come around, okay? So something like this, all right? After you have your hand traced, then you're going to cut your hand out. Remember to be very careful, but cut all the way around. And it's okay if it's not exactly on the lines, but do your best, okay? Cutting is fun, isn't it? But sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Like for this project, we have to be very careful. When we come down and cut around the fingers, we have to be careful. Now, if you cut too far and you cut something you don't want to cut, there's always tape, so don't worry about that. That's a lot of cutting to cut 1 thumb and 4 fingers. But I'm glad that we have hands and I'm glad we've got fingers. Okay, at the bottom, remember we're gonna cut around to make it nice and curvy like this. So there's our hand. I'm gonna put this out of the way. Now we also need to have a small piece of paper or a small Valentine because we're gonna make the Valentine that goes in here, okay? And if you can cut your own Valentine, you can watch the video that shows how to do that, but I'm going to quickly do it here. I'm gonna fold it and cut my Valentine. Okay, and I'm going to put this out of the way. So now I've got my small Valentine, and I can put it on my hand, like that. Okay, now the next thing we need is some glue, or you could use tape, but I'm going to use a glue stick. All right, get it out. We need to glue the heart onto the hand. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here, or you could put glue right on the middle of the hand. Okay? So it looks like you've put it in the middle of your hand. And then we're going to glue the heart down so that it's on the hand, but it's not up here on the fingers. Okay? So this is what it would look like. Something like this. Yours might look a little different. And then, remember how with sign language, these 2 fingers come down like this? We need to bend these fingers so that they go down, just like these. Now we don't want to fold it, we're just gonna bend it So they just come around like this, so you can still see a little curve, okay? And each of those, we're gonna put a little bit of glue right on the end of each of those fingers. So I'm gonna start with that finger, and we're gonna just bend it over and just put it on, stick it down on the top of the heart, okay? Remember, so it still has that little space. We're gonna do the same thing on the other one, put a little bit of glue on the end of the finger and bend it over just a little bit and put it on top of the heart. See? Now, if you stick it down on the heart and it flips back up so that it doesn't stay down, just put a little more glue. That's okay. But look at that. That is the sign language Valentine for I love you. And if you want to write I love you, you can write it on the heart. I'm not going to though, because I think I like it just like this. But you can write a message, any message on there, and you can give it to somebody you love or somebody special, or you can use it as a decoration. Isn't that cool? So that is the sign language for I love you. And that's a fun Valentine to make. So now it's your turn to make a sign language I love you Valentine. And we'll have some more fun next time. Bye.